Hey YouTube, Daniel here from the home of Random Productions 2.0 with a much needed Minecraft video with commentary. It's been a long time since I've uploaded something properly in terms of Minecraft, as well as just catching up and checking in. So in the last video I posted just before New Year's was a full video of me transitioning the New Year's Eve room we built for 2021 near the desert village into a light room with fireworks and stuff, much similar to the New Year's room Lewis and I built a while ago for 2015, and just transitioned it all the way up until 2020. We decided to build a new one and implement some better things. So in that video you guys got to see me transition everything to something, a different redstone circuit type thing, but just to give you guys a quick refresher on what used to be part of the New Year's room that we built near the desert village was this. So the bridge above us would have pressure plates that you'd step on, and it would engage the beacons to turn on using the traditional 5-minute egg timer. When a pressure plate's pressed or a button's pushed, it would make the dropper dispense the egg. The chickens kept the dropper full. So here's a pressure plate simulating this, and then the sticky pistons will push the diamond block in place to trigger the beacon, and of course at nighttime it would make for a pretty cool effect when you're walking in. Thunder. So that's how that works, and then there's a return for when you leave. It activates the beacons as well. Here in the electrical room is the same concept. The bridge that leads to the main room that says Happy New Year's is there's pressure plates here, activates this dropper, which puts the egg on the plate for 5 minutes, and then engages all these pistons throughout this room to complete the circuit to allow for this looping circuit to send signal up to the various lighting rigs as well as the dispenser firework rig. I decided to transition this to something different using observers as well as eliminating the red looping circuit for a different kind of pattern approach. I'm just going to quickly go into the New Year's Eve room for 2021 and see how that looked comparison. The fireworks might be empty because of the timer, but anyways, that's nighttime, so this works. Here's an example of the beacon turning on. There you go. So there you go, that's that. You guys seen this before, so it's no big deal. And here we go. This is what it was. And Jumanji and all that stuff. We're here. Happy New Year 2021. And then just the lights will turn on. And pretty much that. So if we transition to the newer version of that in the realm, which I've done some improvements, behind the scene improvements, you guys will. So we're here again. Now the difference was I removed all this and I've incorporated this on-off switch that converts pressure plates, buttons into an actual constant flow of power when triggered, eliminating the whole egg circuit 5-minute timer. And that circuit was found by BigPileOfWesley. Thank you for that, which he uploaded on July 26, 2015. This is actually the new circuit that improves the fire alarm system, because as you guys saw in my video regarding the fire alarm system, the water doesn't wash the eggs off of the pressure plates because of the new update, and I honestly don't even know what that's about. But honestly, in terms of the fire alarm circuit and this circuit, this is actually more beneficial. The only difference is you're not relying on a timer anymore, but you have to turn it off yourself. So again, up above pressure plates engages this, all these pop in place, same concept as the last one. And then Here's the return trip. And then up here is pressure plates as well. And then in here, it used to be that egg circuit, but now it's this, which is, this is your in, this is your out. These repeaters do something that make for a constant flow of power. I transition the observers. When facing each other, they constantly pulsate signals on both sides. To not make it where it's constantly pulsing too fast, I used one observer to lock out the other repeater, so that way it pulses every 1 to 2 Minecraft seconds to allow for a pretty cool show. And all the rigs have observers that transition the power upward. Of course, observers, you cannot manipulate them too much because they pulse what they sense, 2 pulses per sense, unless you lock them out, which is with the repeater. But again, they are going to do their own thing in terms of how that's structured. And same thing with all the lighting rigs, which have observers per platform that will conventionally transition upward as the redstone below gets active and then pulses too, and then the repeaters will help with that. And that's just pretty much all 4 sides for that rig. And then the roof lighting rig is the end of line for here, transitions 2 more observers and then allows for the flow of power to proceed that way. It's a faster system in terms of signaling, and it doesn't lag out the game too much versus the old tradition of me seesawing upward redstone circuits. Before, I used to use blocks. Now the glass make for a better transition than all the blocks. So let's go up to the main room and then show you how that looks comparison to the one previous. Stay time here, so that's not too bad. So again, it's on, but it will turn off. And yeah, that's pretty much that. And there, this is the 2022 version. See, as the lights, each observer triggers, it kind of sways upward, and then everything eventually becomes active in its own little way. Same thing with the ceiling. The only thing I didn't do was the floor, but keep it kind of nice. And here's all the observers doing its thing with the fireworks, and then I removed the word Jumanji. And then to turn off the system, you just leave. So I'll just walk backwards so you guys can see it. And then I'll just screw it over. And there you go. And as each observer gets deactivated, so does the lighting rig. Well, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Again, I'm always willing to help yourselves in your world in regards to redstone circuits. Just if it's survival, if you can supply the material that I need, that's great. Creative, you don't really need to work hard for the material, as it's comes with the game, I guess. You don't have to mine for it. And stay tuned for updates on the fire alarm system, as there's a lot of changes and implementations that I have in plan for 2022. And I would love for myself to build a building that actually can incorporate those designs. All right, man. See you on the next one. Daniel out. Bye for now.